A Moss Point woman was in court today charged with killing her husband with her car. It happened Saturday night in the River Bend Apartments in Gaucher.
Today, Crystal Kersey was given a bond for that murder charge. Fox 10 News reporter Paige Malone was in court today, and she joins us now with the details. Paige, you talked to the suspect's mother. What did she have to say?
Well, she says if her daughter did it, it was self-defense. Now, the mother says her daughter and grandson have been the victims of domestic abuse at the hands of Justin Stork. But police have a different story.
And I don't believe she did, but if my daughter did do that, she did it to save her own life. It was his life or hers that night, I'm telling you.
Andrea Kersey's daughter, Crystal, is charged with the murder of her husband, Justin Stork. But Kersey says there's more to the story.
Always afraid I was going to get that phone call and it was going to be her dad. Because I just knew that he was going to kill her on the bayou out there at his mama's.
But police say it was the other way around. On Saturday night, residents in the River Bend Apartments say Stork was hanging out at a friend's house.
I overheard this conversation. He was cussing and everything, talking to his wife, and they were kind of fussing back and forth and back and forth. And then I walked back around him, and he telling me he was gonna come on around there to fix my car, but he never did make it.
Paint around this tree marks the scene of the crime. Police say Crystal Kersey ran Stork into the tree with her car. Neighbors heard the commotion and ran to help.
Seen him laying out there. He was bleeding at his mouth and his nose, and the guy next door told me that they called the ambulance, called the police.
But according to police, Stork was gone within minutes. Witnesses say after hitting the victim, Kersey took off straight. She came around this corner and finally exited by that tree. Now, you can still see the spray paint marking her path. Today, Kersey didn't say a word as she walked into a courtroom.
So what happened?
But her mother couldn't keep quiet. Andrea Kersey says her daughter and grandson suffered severe physical abuse at the hands of Stork. The night before the incident, Andrea Kersey says her daughter called her for help.
Justin has just beat little man and picked him up by the hair of the head and threw him on the bed.
Police haven't found any domestic violence charges on Stork's record.
Actually wasn't charged with domestic violence. They had a domestic issue that took place in another city that we became aware of.
Now, Kersey's bond is set at $100,000. Her mother says although she did not support her daughter's relationship with Stork, she never wished for him to die. She does have remorse for his family.